Hi, how you doing? Tom Monahan from General Finishes. I got a question for you. Have you ever thought about switching from oil-based, solvent-based products over to a water-based product for any of your projects? And that's what we're going to talk about today. And when we're done here, what we'd like you to do is leave a comment or click the reaction button when you find information interesting or helpful. It'll help us know what you, as a viewer, finds valuable. That way, when we come to make more videos, we can be on point and try and matter more to what you're actually looking for. So the information's here, we just need to know what you're really interested in. And working this discussion about oil and water, it's becoming much more commonplace for people to think about, I want to get away from oil-based products, I want to get away from solvent-based products. And I think that's what sets General Finishes apart from everybody else in this industry. Is we have almost 90 years of oil-based experience, but we are heavily rooted in the water-based market. So it's gotten to a point to where we see the value of water-based products, more so than just as an alternative. We think that there's a lot of you out there that could benefit from using water-based products, not only from a health perspective, but also just personal preference of what your customers are asking for. I think that's the most common question we get from retail stores is, I have more customers asking for water-based products. So today, let's just take a kind of a brief overview and give you some ideas of how to easily transition from oil to water. And that, I think, is always, it's scary, I'm going to say that, as a finisher. It's scary to make a transition. But from a practical standpoint, I think we've done all the hard work and we have the products easily ready to use so you can make that transition. I think once you find out that we have the products, this is going to be an easy decision to make. So it's a perfect example. You know, this is exactly what most people think about when they think about oil-based products, is color. You know, it's an inherent nature of an oil-based product is to give you more depth and more color. But that also becomes a detriment if you're trying to do natural finishes or light finishes and be able to keep and maintain that natural color of the wood, whether it be cypress or pine or maple. So the water-based finishes give you that clean, crisp, no color look, but then it allows us to be able to, if we need to, get into the stains or the toners and the dyes to make, you can mimic an oil-based product if you want to. I've been doing this for about 25 years. I use water and color to duplicate oil-based finishes. And I'm going to say right up front, there's nothing wrong with oil-based products. It's just the fact that in today's world, the VOCs and the odors and the chemical exposures, not just to yourself, but to your kids and your family and your dog and your customers, this allows you to be able to move into, I think, a much safer environment to work in. I know that after working with solvent-based products for 8 hours a day in a cabinet shop or furniture shop like I had, I felt the physical effects of it. It became a health concern for me. So the advent of the water-based products takes us, I think, to a much safer place. And even though they are still chemicals, we have to remember that. So if you're spraying or sanding, you need to wear a respirator. If you're working with products, you need to either wear gloves, but wash your hands and your skin when you're done. But it will give you, I think, overall, a better quality finish when you're done with it, just because of how quickly it dries, how many coats you can build in a single day. It allows you to be able to be much more, I think, mobile or change color if you need to. So this just allows the water-based products to really give us, you know, I think, more flexibility overall. And that's important when it comes to today's finishes. And this is a perfect example right here. One of our most popular selling products has been our Java Gel Stain. It's a gorgeous, deep, rich brown color that people have decided they love to do their kitchen cabinets with Java Gel Stain. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a matter of one coat per day. It allows you to be able to build over an existing finish. But if you're getting to a kitchen and you've got little kids and you've got a family, it's hard to set aside a week's worth of free time just to work on your kitchen. But what's nice about the Java Gel Stain is it gives you a gorgeous finish when it's done. So as a finisher, I'm thinking, how can I do this quicker and more efficiently? We talked about it. We actually made a color to match the Java gel stain, but in a water-based version. This is the dark chocolate milk paint. And what the dark chocolate milk paint gives us is that same color and that tone, but it allows it to be able to do it in a fraction of the time. You know, the milk paint's dry in 1 to 2 hours, so I could theoretically put a couple coats of paint on in a day, and the next day put a couple coats of clear finish, and be able to move this process along a lot faster. So it gives you the options of working with either oil or water, but it allows you to be able to duplicate that popular look that everybody's been going for. This has been going on for about 10 years now. So this shows you the advantages of being able to do it in a water-based product. And then once you get into that type of system, then you can become much more familiar with the water-based top coats. Like the high-performance urethane gives you a hard, durable finish, but it allows it to dry quickly. It allows you to put on multiple coats in a day. I normally don't like to put any more than 3 coats on in a day, but if you did one at 9 o'clock in the morning and come back just before lunch and apply a coat of finish around the lunch hour and then come back towards the end of the day, you could scuff sand it and put on your finish and be able to move much faster through your process here. I will say high performance was introduced in 1992, actually. I just looked up the records this morning. So General Finishes has been manufacturing high performance since 1992. That's 27 years in a marketplace that shows you that water-based isn't the future. It's been here for a long time, and I think it's about time that you as a finisher discover this product, because it will change your life. The other testament to this product is we've had it on our dining room tables in General Finishes. Now think about that. It's a lunchroom full of manly eating men animals that just absolutely can destroy a kitchen table, but for the last 18 years, high performance has weathered that storm. So it's a great durable finish for both a homeowner, or if it gets into a little bit higher durability environment, we have the commercial products available. But high performance, I think, is a great transition. If you haven't ever tried a water-based product, that would be the first thing I would start with. It dries quick, it sands nice, it flows beautifully off of a brush, you can spray it. It's almost a flawless finish. Chris?
We have a question. What is the prep for both these products, which I assume he must have meant gel stain and milk paint?
If we're talking about doing kitchen cabinets, I think that's probably where this is going. So here's the perfect example. I'm going to set this here. This is an existing hickory kitchen, right? Natural finish, probably 10, 15 years old, in pretty good condition overall, but we would prep both of these the same way. The first and most important thing you're ever going to learn from GF, I think, is how we preach about prep work, because that's 90% of your finish is your prep work. We're going to scuff sand this. We can clean it with denatured alcohol and water, like a 50-50 mix, and use a gray Scotch-Brite pad to scuff the surface just to remove the oils and the grease, but we also want to just break the surface film so it's not slick and shiny. And then from that point, we can apply, this is where I've actually applied the Sedona water-based wood stain, and I applied the water-based wood stain with a bristle brush and a clean cloth and just dry brushed it out and covered this door, existing cabinet door. I would let it dry for a couple of hours and then come back and put my first coat of high performance on it. So the prep is identical for almost everything that we do, but it's critical. You just cannot skip that step because it doesn't guarantee that the finish is going to stick if you don't have a good clean surface to start with.
We have a question from Jay Thomas. Yes, Thomas. How durable is the high performance, and what if it gets water on it?
Well, durability is a relative term. And in my mind, everything that we do, we have to consider it's going to be used either in a kitchen or a home or a commercial environment. So durability means chemical resistant. That'd be for your food contacts like cleaning detergents and mustard and soap and Coca-Cola and ketchup, all of the chemicals that you find in a household, or the cleaning crew that comes through, but also being able to set a cup of coffee on it or a dinner plate on it and not have it turn white within seconds after it's been exposed. So the durability of high performance has been tested for that environment where it's got to be used in a daily wear and tear surface of a household. So we test for, typically we test like 20, maybe 20 plus chemicals, and we do a thorough test, which is a great video to watch at our YouTube channel at www.generalfinishes.com. Go to our YouTube channel and watch the test protocol of how we test all of our products, not just this one, but everything that we manufacture. So there is a lot of test data proving the durability of the product. Yeah, Chris?
Does that mean I can leave a wet water glass on it for a long time, or a bottle of wine?
As a furniture person in general, you have to be smart about it, because anything that's going to remain on a surface for a long period of time that's wet, eventually what's going to happen is either the water is going to soak into the wood or it's going to evaporate. So I tell people, treat your furniture like it has a skin on it, because eventually what will happen is all finishes can reach a point of failure if it's exposed to water for too long of a period of time. But this product's got excellent water resistance. It's on my coffee table, it's on my end tables. I have water glasses on it all the time. Clean up after yourself and your finish will last a lot longer. It's got excellent durability. Okay? So let's just talk about a couple of alternatives here. And this is just kind of touching on clear coats. But we also get into like the stains. The water-based stains is a transition point. And for a lot of people, I think this is really where it becomes easier to work into your finishing systems with water-based. General Finishes water-based stain, again, has been on the market since 1996. So this isn't something new that we've just discovered. This is something we've been working on for a couple of decades, trying to perfect this product. This is a oil and water hybrid formulation, and I think you're going to find in the marketplace, you're going to hear that term more often, because even a lot of your paints now are considered oil-water hybrids or alkyd enamel hybrids. So what we've done is incorporated the resin system that has an oil component to it, which gives you the open time and the workability and the wipeability, so you get almost like an oil-based result, but yet in a fast, dry, odorless, water-based finish. The stains are a great way to start. If you're not quite sure about your top coats, you can still come back with an oil-based finish or a lacquer over a water-based stain as long as they're completely dry. I think most people start in systems where they'll, instead of going cold turkey, they'll do one or the other. They'll do either a top coat or a stain. And that way it's easier for them to kind of bridge that knowledge gap to, I think, fully understand how these products work. I will say there's a lot of people that are coming into the marketplace, they just go right to water. They don't even get involved with the traditional solvents and oils. And mainly it's because it's more of a personal preference or it's a health reason. And we've got the systems already established. We've even got to a point to where we've duplicated almost for every oil-based product we manufacture, we have a water-based alternative. So for instance, like in our exterior product line, we've been selling outdoor oil, which is a penetrating exterior oil for furniture and not necessarily decking, but it's an outdoor product to maintain like teak and natural furniture that is exposed outside. And because of the maintenance behind these types of products, we developed the water-based top coat called Exterior 450, which is actually more of it's similar to high performance, but an exterior rated product. Flexible, durable. It has a lot of benefits to use because it's not just a maintenance product that's going to dissipate, it's going to maintain and hold its film. So with outdoor finishes, our interior wood stains, we have oil-based wood stains, gel stains, our water-based stains. I would say I think our strongest property of a manufacturer that we have is our stain systems that we've developed over the years. The water-based dye stains, the RTM professional stains. If you're in the cabinet industry, furniture manufacturing, and you're working with solvent-based stains, I think water-based stains is a great way to bridge that knowledge gap or that learning curve to be able to work with a water-based product. So you can see that our lines have expanded over the years, and that's because as a manufacturer of oil-based products since 1928, we know moving forward that the water-based products are just going to continue to grow in popularity and demand, and we're seeing that transition right now. So, any other questions? Okay. If you have anything, make sure you go to our website and, like I said earlier, comment or share. And if you got, we'd like to get feedback to be able to make these more useful for you as we continue to do these on a monthly basis. Chris.
We have a question from someone saying, can we duplicate the milk paints colors in gel stain? And I said, well, we have black, Java, and a gray.
Yeah.
But we're not duplicating others. They really don't translate well.
Yeah. Stains and paints are apples and oranges. You know, a paint is a completely different product compared to a gel stain. Although with the water-based stains and the gel stains, you can produce an opaque finish, obviously, because if you can do it with the Java. But the whole concept with this is these are wood tones. Typically, stains are wood tones. Paints are a vast color palette. So there's some things that you can get similar, but it's not going to happen long term. That's just not the right way to go. Anybody else? Well, thanks for stopping by today. We appreciate your time, and we'll see you soon.